why don't we flow straight onto that? Bold predictions. What do you got?
The D's to go undefeated all season.
Oh,
Jeepers
wow.
creepers.
That is a terrible call. That
That
is
is
terrible.
awful.
I'll drink to that.
G'day, guys. Welcome back to Statchat Sports. We've got all four of us on the line. Myself, Josh, Steve, BT, and Tazza. We are here today for a very important video. Season predictions, BT. We are ready to go. We've got less than a week until the AFL season starts. We're pretty excited.
Oh, I'm hanging out for this video. It'll be interesting to see what everyone's predictions and thoughts are, how the season's going to go. I'm a few bevies down already, to be honest with you all.
Yep, stubby's up. We've got a long video ahead, so make sure you strap yourself in and get ready for it. Steve, we've just come off the back of doing our season preview videos for all 18 teams. We've got a fair bit of love in the comments, it's fair to say.
Yeah, well, three of us. I wouldn't go as far as to say Taylor got a bit of love on one particular video.
The villain.
But no, it's been good to see the growth in the channel since all of the season previews started to come out and the interaction with the viewers. So yeah, it's been good to see. Yeah,
absolutely. Obviously, we went through all 18 teams in reverse ladder order. If you haven't checked it out, we'll have all the links in the video in the description for this video. But just quickly running through our predicted ladder order for all 18 teams. Taylor, we're pretty confident with a core bottom five, which more or less went Gold Coast in 18th, the Crows in 17th, Collingwood 16th, Hawthorn, and then North Melbourne in 14th, Taylor.
Yeah, look, they're all teams that we see in a rebuilding stage. I mean, various stages of a rebuild. Gold Coast have been building ever since they come in. Adelaide have just really kicked it off the last couple of seasons. Collingwood probably starting to. Same with Hawks and North. Yeah, with an exciting list. All going through rebuilds, and you're probably bottoming, or we've probably seen the bottom of most of these clubs.
And a fair bit of promise for North Melbourne. BT getting very excited about North Melbourne in that video, and one of our, if not really, the most popular previews to date. So if you haven't seen that one, make sure you check it out. We have this middle tier of teams, and if you go on anyone else's season preview prediction videos, it's a real interesting jumble as to how these teams shake out. But BT, we had our, finishing off, I guess, our non-finalist teams. We had St Kilda in 13th, the Eagles in 12th, Carlton, Richmond, and then Essendon, the team that we had in 9th, just missing out on finals.
I think out of your Carlton, Richmond, and Essendon, any of those could probably make the finals. I'd say the Eagles may even finish lower than 12th. St Kilda, who knows? We didn't get much love on the St Kilda video. A few of those supporters didn't really like us. So
Saints TV was not very happy with us, which is understandable. Predicting a big slide for St Kilda, given they've got a list that I think most St Kilda fans are happy with. Us, on the other hand, not so much.
Boring
list. You heard it.
Looks
there.
Like he wants to keep that hate from the fans.
Exactly. We've got a couple of villains on the chat, it turns out. With our top 8, though, we were pretty happy with the Cats, GWS, Fremantle, and Sydney finishing in the top 8 and sitting, I guess, in elimination finals in the first week of finals, Steve. Yeah,
not much to say about them. Like, you could probably put all of them in sort of different areas in that little bracket there, but in those teams you mentioned, I can't see any of them making a deep run really, but they'll be there come the end of the season, surely.
And the top 4 teams, we had Port Adelaide, Taylor's beloved Port Adelaide, finishing in 4th, Brisbane in 3rd, the Bulldogs finishing runner-up again in 2nd spot, and the consensus from 3 of the 4 of us was Melbourne to finish 1st, BT. A pretty well majority on Melbourne, except for myself.
Yeah, can you give us a reason again why, Josh? Why you're hating on Melbourne?
Well, I don't hate North Melbourne. sorry for the slip up there, but Melbourne, yeah, check out the video if you haven't seen it. It just came out the last couple of days, but I think a little bit of a slip. Back-to-back's a hard thing to do, and whilst you boys are pretty happy on Melbourne, I think it might be a tough task. But we'll wait and see. We'll definitely wait and see on Melbourne. But like I said, that was our season preview videos that we've done on the channel. Make sure you check those out. But today, we're going to go with a few more niche topics, talking sort of the major awards, a couple of interesting storylines from the year, just something a little bit different. So really what we're going to start with first off is the Brownlow medalist. Our predictions for who the Brownlow medalist is going to be. BT, you got a smoky or someone that you think is a nice certainty to win it?
I've got two. I've got one who's in the top 5. And
Hey, hold on. You can't have two.
No, because I've got a good
videos, you've got to
smoky here.
pick one.
I've got good smoky as well.
Right.
Because it's going to be a draw.
Shoot.
No, I don't know. I got Jack Steele. I like Jack Steele a lot. I'm going off. I think he's actually really, I think he's 5th favourite or so, but I think he should be close to the top. Should be even higher than that. I think there's no players in St Kilda who's going to take votes off him. If they can get enough wins, if they finish around the 13th, then he's going to be up there. They should get enough wins for that. So I like him a lot. But I like Josh Kelly. I think the only iffy there is you got a lot of these gun players who could take votes off him. But I think he's set for a big year.
So picking one, gun to your head, who do you like?
Still.
Jack Steele. Steve, who you got?
I've got 2 as well, but not for the same reason as Brody.
This
Not for the
is
same reason.
ridiculous.
No.
You're going to settle with one. Come on.
Nah.
Boys
I'm
haven't
going-
followed the criteria yet. Come on.
I'm going with 2 because I'm picking a tie. Is that even possible? Well, I mean, I know it's possible because it's happened before. But
It's a hedge. It's a cop-out is what it is.
No. But I'm going pretty safe picks, but I'm going Bont and Petrarca.
I still think it's a cop-out. I'm going with a cop-out. Tazza, give me some certainty here. What do you like?
I've got one pick.
He's got 3 to pick.
No, I've got one pick, and I'm going with a former medalist. I'm going with Lachie Neale.
Nice.
I think full pre-season. The knock, obviously, you got Petrarca, Oliver, Bontempelli, McRae, all those. They're taking votes off each other. Yes, Brisbane's midfield is good, but I think they lack an out-and-out star that's going to attract votes off Neale. And I think with the full pre-season behind him, I think he could be there.
Not a bad call. I like it. I'm also going with one pick and one pick only. A little bit boring, though, Bontempelli. I think, not to give away anything from the rest of the video, but I think the doggie's going to have a really good year. He polled really well last year. I can see him doing the same again with a full season. So a little bit of a boring pick from me, but that's who I've gone with. Coleman Medal. Steve, leading goal kicker for the competition. Who do you like?
Shit, you've caught me off guard here a little bit. Haven't.
How have I caught you off guard? There was a.
That wasn't one of the ones we were supposed to be looking at from what I remember. But that's all right. I blame BT because he told us. But anyway, all good. We'll throw a name out there. Let's go Naughton from the Doggies.
Aaron Naughton.
Yeah, like what I saw from him last season. Didn't he only miss like one set shot the whole year or something like that? Some ridiculous sort of stat like that. So
there was a stat. I don't know. It wasn't that because he's terrible at set shots. But there was a stat. I remember it may have been non-set shot goals. He would have been within a certain meterage of the goals, within like 20 meters or so. He didn't miss or something like that. Yeah, right. I remember hearing some stat like that.
We'll look that up. We'll put that in the description for the video. I agree with you. I've also got Naughton as my pick for the Coleman. So great minds think alike, Steve. Tazza, who do you like?
3 out of 3. Aaron Naughton. Yeah.
Wow.
I think the reliance on Naughton. Yeah, he's going to get the first defender. He's always going to get the first defender anyway. But I think they're just going to be always putting it down his throat. those mids. He's going to see so many chances with Josh Bruce gone. Yeah.
That was my reasoning as well. I think with Bruce out, he is the main man and he'll be getting the bulk of the targets. BT, you don't look like you're on the Naughton train. You've got someone else in mind.
Danaher.
Oh,
Smoking Joe.
Smoking Joe. He's kicking his 70.
70 goals for Smoking Joe Danaher. That's a bold call. That's a bold prediction. I like that. We actually do have a bold prediction segment that we're going to be doing as part of this video. So why don't we flow straight onto that? Tazza, bold predictions. What have you got for this season?
bold prediction. Mitch Georgiades kicks 50 for the year. Is my prediction.
It's bold, but is it that bold?
Well,
I mean,
do you see him?
He kicked 40 last year, didn't he?
No, he kicked 32 last year. I did have a look
fair
at
enough.
this. So it's going to be a fair uptick. Yeah, I mean, if you kick 40, 10 more goals isn't of an increase, but from 32 to 50, I think with the addition of Finlayson, it creates a bit of a, I wouldn't say a nightmare, but it creates more problems for defenses and rotations and matchups. So I think he can take advantage. He can take advantage there.
Okay, fair enough. I like it. Good call, Mitch Georgiades. I'm a fan of Mitch Georgiades as well, by the way. I think he's a jet. So not bad from you. BT, bold prediction for you. Not Smoking Joe. Who else you got?
I'm going with Battle of the Bridge Grand Final. Sydney versus GWS.
Interesting. I would have even said like two non-Victorian teams in the grand finals of bold prediction, but to shoot your shot and call
that's
it,
very
I like it.
Yeah.
targeted. Yeah.
It's outrageous, in fact. I love it.
It's
That is
a bold prediction.
Got to be bold. Steve, what do you got?
The D's to go undefeated all season.
Oh,
Jeepers
wow.
creepers.
That is a terrible call. That
That
is
is
terrible.
awful.
I'll drink to that.
That's not even bold. That's just silly.
Leave comments in there ripping into Steve because that is a terrible call.
I know you're all on the Melbourne train this year, but that is a bridge too far. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. My call is in the last round of the season. So just think back to 12 months from now. We had round 23. It was a classic round before finals. I think top spot was decided after the siren. Brisbane clinched the top four in the final minutes. You know, there were teams still alive. I think round 23 this year is going to be even bigger. I think there's going to be 12 teams still in the mix, final spot, and the last game of the year is going to be the one that decides a team getting in or getting out. It's going to come right down to the wire.
Let's
That's
take a
what I'm going with.
step further. Who are those two teams? One who's in and who may come out, one who goes in.
I believe that there's a game between Essendon and Richmond, I believe.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's good.
And I think
Yeah.
that's the game. I think that's the game that's going to decide who's in and who's out.
and who
There's
wins
actually
it, Josh?
There's actually who wins that? Well, I don't actually have either of those teams finishing in my top 8, surprisingly, but I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be wrong, clearly. And I think that Richmond would win that and sneak into the finals.
Yeah, fair call.
I
But
like
anyway,
it. I think it's a good
that's
call.
my bold prediction. 12 teams still in the mix, and the last game of the year decides a team getting in or getting out.
Is the
And we're
Eagles
gonna
one
have
of
to wait
those
till the end of the
teams?
season. The Eagles are in a game which, you know, could go line ball either way, but I don't think the Eagles are getting there, unfortunately, for my boys. You know, I don't think it's going to be there. Even though Jack is back, by the way.
Big Jack's back.
We're recording this on Friday night. Darling's back at training. Jack's got the vax. So, you know, things are looking up for Eagles fans. It's a good time for optimism.
That's actually like really big for the Eagles, to be honest with you. That's like
huge.
structure, even though he's a good player, like structure wise, that helps the Eagles hell of a lot.
I mean, the Eagles were looking like they were going to be playing old Huge Dixon
Yeah.
as their key forward for round one. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So getting Jack back is huge. And that wasn't a slip of the tongue either, by the way. That's just how I refer to that man. Surprise All Australians is our next segment. And again, similar to our bold predictions, you know, we're looking for something that's a little bit left field. You know, we don't want anyone that's clean cut. You know, they've been there before. It's got to be a little bit left of centre.
All right, let me have this one first.
Take
You
it.
set me up. You set me up perfectly here. I was roasted for my bold prediction. I can't wait to hear what you're going to say about this. Willie Rioli.
Oh my
Willie
God.
Rioli!
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Oh,
I've got the
no.
exact same. I've got the
Yes.
same.
Oh!
I've got the same.
There's
Oh,
a man
yeah,
that knows
God.
what he's talking about right
Oh God.
Explain this, please, the both of you. I want to know what's going on there.
there. He's been away from the game for a long time. You know, an injury-rigid West Coast Eagles. He's going to come in and he's just going to absolutely steal the show. Nothing more to say.
Willie Rioli's kicking 40+ goals for the season. Number one small forward in the comp. Overtakes Charlie Cameron. All over the news.
Taylor,
Rioli's are back. There's a
Yes.
Taylor, can you
dominant
please
Rioli.
respond to this?
I don't know how to follow that up. I mean, mine doesn't even feel like a surprise compared to that. That's just ridiculous.
Oh.
I mean, I know you're all Eagles supporters, but give me a break.
I
Come
wouldn't
on.
even go that far. That's ridiculous. That is
No.
outrageous.
Look, yeah. Look, mine. He's not an All Australian before, but he's a great player. Well, I've got Isaac Heaney.
boring.
Isaac Heaney.
It's boring pick, but yeah.
All aboard
But-
the Heaney train. Here we
Yeah,
go.
the Heaney train. Oh, absolutely. I'm all aboard. Look, he can play forward, mid. He'll influence the game in any of those positions. Yeah, I mean he's
He'll
never
make
been
40
there
man
before,
squad.
but yeah, but I think he can. I think he gets there.
I give
altogether.
you it as a
I think
bold
with the full
prediction.
preseason.
I give it as a bold prediction only if you say that Heaney's going to make the starting midfield and not be named on a half forward flank.
Oh, that's
Oh,
hard.
oh, I mean, yeah. Come on, he's probably not even going to. He's been touted for the midfield time, but I don't think he's going to be there, especially with Papley out for the first few rounds. So, I mean, it's the fact that he can impact anywhere he goes is what gets it for me. And he'll probably start on like a half forward flank. No, I think he starts on a flank. But
Okay, well, I've got the guy that I think is going to be named on the other half forward flank, and I love this guy. And we spoke about this guy in the North Melbourne video. And please don't tell me it's not a surprise All Australian. It's Taron Thomas. Taron Thomas is getting there. He is in for a huge year. Love Taron Thomas. Got him picked in my AFL fantasy team as well. He had a great back half to 2021. I think he's going to be off the chain.
What you're going to say, my boy, big Cameron Zerha. Bit
Cameron
disappointed there, Josh.
Zerha.
Zerha.
No, I don't think Cameron Zerha is anywhere near the All-Australian team.
What do we
even though
think of
he's looking-
Toby Green? Sorry. What do we think of Toby Green? Could he still make it?
absolutely.
Was he
Yeah,
missed 6
he'd have to play
rounds?
every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He misses 5 games, I think,
5.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Surely
he'd
he's
have to-
picking up
he'd
another
have to-
suspension
Yeah,
somewhere along the
Well,
line.
that's the thing. Yeah, probably.
that would be
Yeah.
your sure thing bet for 2022 for Toby Green to get booked again. And the umpires love him, obviously.
Wonder how much that's paying, BT.
Yeah, that would be very short odds.
Some of the other markets that you can bet on, but obviously not for good reasons. First coach to be sacked. Obviously, we don't really want to see any of the coaches sacked, but if there was to be one, Steve, who do you think it's going to be?
This is also my headline. Damien Hardwick.
Oh,
my
no. Wow.
Goodness. Explain yourself.
Yeah, let's. I just think obviously the constant success that he's had in recent times with the Tigers. Obviously, last year was a bit of a shock. We had him outside the 8 again collectively this year. But look, you know, they might look at him and say, if you can't get us back in there, then you're the wrong man for the job.
Okay, I can see why you went with a really bold prediction, because that would, for me, that's a bold prediction right there. That's outrageous.
All right. What's more? Sorry.
BT.
What's more chance of happening? Willie Rioli for All Australian or Hardwick getting sacked?
Hardwick getting sacked.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. If Richmond had an absolute stinker and they gave Clarkson a big contract, that's probably the only way I can see that happening. BT, who do you like? First coach to be sacked.
Ken Hinkley. He needs to lose a few more kegs. That's why.
If you don't understand that reference, go and check out our season preview video for Port Adelaide. So if you think that Ken's going to be sacked, then I'm guessing you think that Port Adelaide isn't going to make the grand final this year.
No. I think Stewie Dew. I just think Stewie Dew's gone. That's my real one. I think he's gone halfway, maybe around 14-ish.
Taylor, you're nodding. Do you agree?
Yeah, that kind of leads into my headline, but we'll leave it there. It's Stewie Dew. Yeah, for me. Yeah.
I also had Stewie Dew written down as my first coach to be sacked.
You guys are boring.
But, and this is not me hedging.
Right.
This is not me hedging as well. The second coach I think that's going to be sacked is Brett Ratton. I think the Saints are going to slide, and I think that Ratton will be gone. I think this is his fourth year at the Saints, and with one finals appearance to their name, he'd be on the hot seat, well and truly.
These St Kilda supporters are going to hate us.
Yep, and we want to hear from you in the comments if you're a Saints fan, especially Saints TV. I want you to be getting into us, all right? Tell us why we're wrong, okay? That's exactly what we see in the comment section below. We mentioned a headline. So each of us has come up with a headline that we think we're going to see on the front page of the Herald Sun or the West Australian or the Advertiser. Taylor, you got a headline for us you think is going to come up this year?
Alistair Clarkson to take the reins in 2023 after Stuart Dew is sacked. I think he's going to go there. I think he wants back in.
Suns.
Yeah, I think he'll go there.
And he'd have a pretty big pay packet to do it, you'd have to say.
Oh, yeah, he'll get paid a truckload.
Nice. Steve, you got a headline, and is it bold?
Mine was the Damien Hardwick sacking.
Yes.
They tied in together. So yes, bold.
Very bold. BT, a headline we're going to see this year.
This is guaranteed. Guaranteed headline, all right?
Let's just move
Lock
on.
it.
This is gonna be...
Ready?
Lock it down.
A big sound deafens the competition. GWS finishing top of the ladder.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
You're big
really
on
big on the Giants.
I'm huge on the Giants. Huge. Remember, they missed nine games away from home they played last year in a row.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay, that's a big headline. I've got a headline as well. DeGoey, DeGone. He will be out of Collingwood at the end of the year.
Yeah,
that was my backup as well. That's another call. 100%
Yeah,
he's gone. Yeah.
So there's two ways this can happen.
Oh.
He's either going to have like a breakout season and be absolutely phenomenal and get a massive pay packet from someone, or he's going to go completely off the rails, have a stinker, and struggle to actually get picked up by anybody next year. If I had to pick a team, yes,
that's where he's going.
Prison FC.
Fair call. If I had to pick a team, I think it could be St Kilda. I think that DeGoey could end up at the Saints and they could continue on this Moneyball strategy of bringing in sort of, middle-aged guys that, have a bit of potential but haven't exactly followed through. I think that fits for me perfectly.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. I can see, North Melbourne, St Kilda. They're probably the two teams I can see him playing. It would look odd though, him not in a Collingwood jersey. Just one of those players who you always see in a Collingwood jersey would just seem different, completely odd.
It's a
I
fair
wouldn't
call.
mind seeing him gone altogether. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
Has he done something to you? Has he?
Oh no,
has he
no, nothing
personally
personally.
attacked you?
Well,
Huh.
no, not really. Just not a fan. Not a
I'm
fan.
with-
He's
I'm
just
with
one of
ya.
those people that his vibe, he just
Yeah.
kills it.
Him,
It's
Dangerfield.
Comes across as a bit of a knob.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So Degoe to gone. Last segment for our season predictions video, of course. Who are we picking for the premiership this year? BT, you've already shot your shot with the GWS Giants, which I like that. I respect that. That's a huge call from you.
Well, during the week, I got a free $30 bet from one of the betting sites and straight on GWS for the premiership. They're going all the way. Easy as well. Not even a competition. They're smashing Sydney, the Sydney Swans, by 40 plus points in the grand final.
Interesting. That's a big call. All right, Steve, you've been known for big calls in this video. What do you got?
Not quite a big call, this one. It's just as simple as it's the D's. I mean, need I say any more?
Of course, you said that the D's were going to go undefeated. So there you go.
Exactly. Backed them the whole time. So, no need to stop now.
Taylor, I'm going to
Taylor,
go to you
hang on.
for a voice of reason.
Taylor,
He's not
if you
allowed to
say
pick
Port
Port
Adelaide,
Adelaide.
if you say Port Adelaide, you're not part of Statchat anymore.
I don't care. Port Adelaide, we're going all the way. We're going all the way. We're gonna do it.
The prison bars. Goodness me.
This is our year. It's the list is there. It's all happening. I know I said Hinkley can't do it, but he might do it. He might do it.
You hope he'll do it.
Yes. Yeah, it's
well,
probably more hope, but like if we're gonna do it, it's this year.
I have Port Adelaide making the grand final and losing to the Bulldogs. I reckon the Doggies have got it this year. They're going to come back with a vengeance. They're going to take it out and they're going to win it. That's what I reckon. Sorry, Taylor, you're not going to enjoy that last Saturday in September.
No. The prelims have been bad enough. I don't know if I could do a grand final.
Thoughts on Brisbane?
Brisbane, I like, but I don't like. I still don't trust them if they haven't shown that ability to win home finals yet. I don't know. I can't pick him.
Yeah.
For me,
It's a
it's
tough
a
pick.
repeat of 2004. I think
But you think Brisbane will make the grand final?
Yeah, Port Brisbane.
18
That's it.
years later.
That's it.
Do you reckon?
Yep.
Do you reckon Choco Williams comes out to present the cup and just sort of loosens his tie up a little bit as he goes?
Yeah, with the old. It's 100%. He's going to do it.
That shot of you just there is going to be clipped. I can guarantee.
Oh no,
It's gotta be
I
the
just
thumbnail.
saw it.
That's the
Yeah.
thumbnail right there.
That is ridiculous.
Just crop in a tie, please. Nothing else.
No, nothing else. No, absolutely. I can't guarantee that. All right. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you watching this video. Some good calls and some terrible calls all around, but that's what we want to see. We're really excited for the AFL season kicking off very shortly. You're going to see plenty of content from us all throughout the season. If you like the video, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. It'll mean a lot to us just to know that you're supporting us and supporting the channel. And of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you have a team that you think is going to win the flag? Do you disagree with our calls? Well, of course you do. Some of them were absolute rubbish. But we want to hear from you in the comments about what you see happening in season 2022. Fellas, nice work. Great chat. Love the energy. And I think we're in for a big year. All righty. We'll do it next time. See you, fellas.